Well, the General Motors disaster continues. I'm going to show you 5.3 liter, 3.0 diesels, and 6.2 liter failures, and also some oil viscosity things. Someone actually posted a video I'm going to show you moving to 5W30 oil from 0W20 and just how much quieter the engine got. I believe it was the 5.3 liter. So let's dive in. Buyer beware. I would stay away from General Motors powertrains right now. They seem to be struggling across the board. So this is Rebecca. She says, sadly, another one bites the dust. A 2023 with 30,000 miles. Oh, that noise. I'm sorry I had to put you through that. That noise is just painful. You can just hear the bearing metal on the crankshaft just scraping and just shredding itself, destroying that engine. And for those of you wondering what it sounds like right before your engine's probably going to go downhill, I think this is a good indicator.
Okay, good to see you.
Anytime you hear that rhythmic kind of metal knocking, tapping sound, it's not a light sound. It's definitely just the start or progression of the crankshaft or rod bearings. And this is a theme you're going to see in this video a little bit. Here's a 2025 Yukon AT4 Ultimate, probably almost $100,000 vehicle, 10,000 miles. It is blown. Sitting out there in the dark in an intersection. And buyer beware if you're in the used market looking at Duramaxes. He says, well, the wife just got a call saying the car died. She got some lights, engine replacement, and it's a 2025 Yukon Denali XL with the Duramax, 8,600 miles. She's got a picture of the dipstick, pulled the dipstick out and found metal on it. Hey, at least she has a dipstick to pull metal out of, huh? And here's someone who has just absolutely been through the ringer, and I think this is the problem. This is why GM keeps selling these things and putting in replacement engines that are bad. She said anyone had luck with GM's buyback process. She has a 2023 AT4, purchased it with 19,000 miles on it. She had oil pump failure at 21,000 miles, a new engine at 24,000 miles, and new lifters at 69,000 miles, and then another engine failure at 70,000 miles. She said, I've had GM for 25 years and I really don't want to give it up, but we are tired of being stranded. Oh my gosh, stop the brand loyalty nonsense. Move on. If you don't vote with your wallet, they will never change. But if you've been through this, stop giving them more money. Don't you people remember Tommy Boy?
But why do they put a guarantee on the box then?
Because they know all they sold you was a guaranteed piece of shit.
And I have some more failures to show you, even more recent ones with 2026 models, but I wanted to show this because it's related to a topic I've been talking about on this channel, which is 0W20 versus 5W30 oil or 040 oil. And this guy has a 2023 5.3 liter with 82,000 miles. He did an oil change to 0W20, drove it around, and he heard this heavy ticking noise, so I'll play that now. He said he was a little bit concerned, so he replaced the oil with 5W30 and got it sounding decent again. Just in a simple kind of anecdotal example like this, a 5.3 with 82,000 miles, you can just audibly tell the difference in the amount of noise and clatter that the 0W20 had versus the 5W30. You know, it's not scientific evidence. We didn't do some oil analysis on this. There's a reason why people are going to it. There's a reason why everybody's saying, hey, forget this gas mileage stuff. I'm going to go back to a little higher viscosity oil to try to protect the wear metals. Oh, and by the way, I don't have any sponsors in this video, but man, if I had one ask so close to 100,000 subscribers, really want that silver plaque. If you like this channel, if you like what we do here, please subscribe. It does kind of keep me motivated. I would really appreciate it. Here's yet another person stranded at a gas station. Said she was driving, started to hear a tick. It escalated to a sputter and then eventually just kind of stopped. She said it sounded like she's sitting in a diesel, probably total engine failure, but who knows. She did say it's a 6.2. They put in thinner oil about a year ago, which I believe she means thicker oil. I think she means the 0W40 higher viscosity oil, but could be wrong there. And I see folks always talk about how it's under warranty, it's not a big deal. Well, it kind of is a big deal. This person just had their engine replaced 17 hours ago. They posted this. Got their engine replaced in July, and at the time bought a new battery. Ever since then, they've had a problem with their auto start stop not working right, which actually would be fine if it didn't work. Now they're wanting to tell her that they think it's the starter. She has to pay $700 for a new starter. It's a 2023 Yukon Denali. The entire engine replacement disrupts everything. They probably bolted the old starter on, probably messed something else up, maybe nicked a wire. And yes, General Motors is still having transmission issues. It's just taken a back seat in the news. This lady had a 21 Yukon Denali. She's paying about $3,605 to get a new valve body. Wouldn't go into reverse, throwing engine code P0776. There's a lot of people that think Next Gen's kit is expensive. Well, Next Gen's kit is half the cost that this customer is now paying. She says it failed at 90,000 miles. So that's, exactly perfect for General Motors, right? They get that customer to buy the vehicle, doesn't even make it to 100. They get to charge them another $3,600 for a valve body that probably cost them $200, and they're on their way making some sweet profit. And I see this every single day, whether it's the Toyotas or the GM62s. People know about these failures and they just can't resist the looks of the vehicle. They just gotta have it. This person, Andrea, says, would you buy a 2022 Yukon AT4 6.2? That's how she talks. That just had a brand new engine put in it, or would you stay away? Andrea, what do you think you should do? Honestly, if you were giving advice to your friend and you looked at the Carfax, would you say, yeah, jump on it, go for it? And I love the first two posts below that. No way, run away, run as fast as you can. Terry Davis says, crystal ball, Russian roulette. That's exactly what it is. You're just playing roulette. You might get a good one, you might not. The fact that these are failing so early in life, I think we're going to see the next 2 to 3 years is just going to be constant failures for how many of these were sold. And I kind of feel bad for these people, especially if they're older people. They aren't as savvy online all the time researching this stuff, and they just kind of expect these newer Yukons to run like the 2000 they had or the 2005 that was great. Maybe it had some transmission problems, but usually the engines were pretty good. 2023 Yukon with the 6.2 liter, 60,000 miles. Interesting, it was just serviced, and the service tech said it passed the engine recall on December 22nd, 2025, and now looks like it's dead. So this PICO test that they're doing at the dealerships essentially seems to mean nothing. I wouldn't take it as any sort of a certification that your vehicle is safe at all at this point, because we've seen so many of these people go into the dealer, get certified, yeah, you're good to go, and then they leave and that's it. The engine just dies. And the 5.3s, I guess you could make the claim that maybe they're more safe than the 6.2 liters, but I still see this happening quite a bit. Anyone having oil consumption issues, this guy's got a 24 5.3 with 34,000 miles. He's having to put 2 quarts of oil between oil changes because the low oil warning light will come on. He changes the oil every 5,000 miles. This is what General Motors will tell you as well. Some people said that in the comments. Sadly, this is within the normal oil burn per GM. They'll do a test, and if you're within there, whatever they say is acceptable, they're not going to do anything for you. Now, some suggestions down there, people say to switch to 030 or 5W30 and you'll see an improvement. I actually think you will see an improvement on oil burn if you go to 530. I've seen that in older vehicles where we've done that. Here's another dead 2025 AT4 Ultimate 6.2 liter, 35,000 miles, dies on the side of the road. Now, remember, it doesn't matter how tough your vehicle is or how high the MSRP is, it's still the same engine that fails. Here's another Duramax, a 2025 AT4 Yukon XL diesel. They said they had 5,000 miles on it. They need to get their engine replaced. Someone asked what the problem was. She said the flex plate broke and ruined the engine. Probably the same thrust bearing problem that's going on with those. Here's another 2025 Yukon AT4 Ultimate, 13,400 miles, blown engine. Here's another 2025 Yukon XL with the Duramax diesel, 6,200 miles. Oil pressure dropped to 13 and then it started clattering up a storm. farm. Made it to the dealer before it died. So she says, so much for the May build date thrust bearings, meaning they got their vehicle after the TSB, the May build date, and everybody said, well, after that date, you should be fine. Don't think so. I think these Duramaxes and the 6.2s are going to be problematic until maybe the 2027 powertrains come around. I wouldn't touch them. And here's a brand spanking new one on March 9th, 3,300 miles. He said it made a funny sound at startup, almost like a hole in the exhaust. Had it towed, failed bearing. They're rebuilding it now. And here's the problem, right? They said they're giving me a loaner tomorrow. I'll wait on it. I love driving this thing. He loved driving it for 3,300 miles. That's amazing. 2026 6.2 liter. Every month we see the same thing. Has anyone had more than one engine replacement? They got a new engine last year and they think this new one's not looking good. This new one is burning oil just like the last one did. Sadly, they're also in the queue for a new transmission because there's a shuddering and shifting really hard. I mean, these people are just like, they just take the abuse from GM and they just keep going back. And all I can say is, I don't know. I actually don't know what to say about this. Here's Mike. He says he's got a new to him 2024 Yukon Denali with 6,500 miles and a brand new engine and warranty at 4,000 miles. I'm guessing they purchased this used? I don't know. I don't know. I have no words, I guess. Buyer beware. I wouldn't touch these trucks, these powertrains with a 10-foot pole from General Motors. I would just wait to see. Their transmissions and their powertrains are just too sketchy. Stay away. Vote with your wallet. Thanks for watching. Till next time.